Cold Ramineers. What?
And aloha, welcome back to Mystimon Saga, a world like no other, where people must live alongside and with mystical creatures and where magic comes alive, under siege by forces beyond and within. I'm your host, GM Seth, aka Seth R. Mitchell, and I am today once again joined by our players, Binary, Ada, and Rat, aka Shadow.
What up?
Greetings.
Oh,
And Size having some issues right now. So hope she gets better. And hopefully Elle should be back in July. So, where we last left our investigators, Rat was in a void terror's mouth getting eaten. Not very fun, is it? Sorry about that.
No, I'd win.
Sorry about that. I was only doing what a void terror would do. It sees a tiny goblin. It says, "Ooh, lunch."
That sounds like something a void terror would say.
Lunch.
Delicious food.
It's a delicious little goblin. Perfect for lunch.
I just realized.
Don't worry, Ada. It'll start on you next.
Okay, fucking bring it on.
I feel
I'm not gonna do that fucking easily.
So, when we
don't
last
worry.
left our investigators, for real this time, when we last left our investigators, you were still investigating things on the ranch. You were up on the mesa, investigating things up there when suddenly there was that strange light show in the sky. And suddenly Duty had this massive migraine and had to be evacuated off the ranch. When you reported this to Crystal, she evacuated all of you off the ranch. But still didn't hear that message. As is usual with Bastille. But neither did Dr. Gray. Neither did Lorena. Lorena stayed behind on the ranch and was conducting more of her experiments. Well, as is usually the case when you conduct experiments with void rituals and the like, there was a bit of an accident. I say a bit, but Dr. Gray suddenly came in through the teleporter in the Wayfinder Tower in Kalroon and let you guys know that she might have made a gigantic error in calculations, and now there's a void terror rampaging across the ranch. So, you all, or at least Shadow, Ada, Ron, you went back to the ranch along with Soma. You went back to the ranch to take care of this void terror. And when you saw this thing, you were creeped the F out. This thing is creepy AF. Let me tell you. It's got multiple arms. It stands like 6-7 feet tall. It's got no eyes. And it's got a mouth full of razor sharp teeth. Teeth that it is now using to crunch into a certain little goblin named Rat. I am so sorry, Rat. I know it's not fun to be eaten by a void terror or by a 6-ton saber-toothed tiger, but you know, that's a reference to multiple seasons ago. I may tell the story sometime, but I digress. This is where we pick up. And I am going to find Bastille here. Here he is, and add him to the combat tracker. Okay, he should now be in the combat tracker. Let's roll initiative for him. There he goes. And now, pull up the combat tracker.
I would assume would already have Eidolon out.
Let me pull out your Eidolon. Where is your Eidolon? There it is. Whoop. Boop. And there you go. There's your Eidolon. Right next to you. As would typically be the case. Unless you move them. So, we start off with the Void Terror's turn. And let's see. What shall the Void Terror do? What shall the Void Terror do? The Void Terror is going to spend an action to restrain on the helpless little goblin in its mouth.
It's keeping me restrained.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's keeping you restrained. And so, with that, we trigger Dimensional Hold. The creature wrenches the restrained creature from its current plane of existence, and the creature must succeed at a will saving throw, or it flickers visibly and is blinded and deafened until the end of the creature's next turn. Until the end of the Void Terror's next turn. So, roll me a will save, rat.
Okay.
And let me...
Well,
Boop, boop.
the will save. Let's do this. I think this is the right thing, right? Oh!
Woo!
Holy crap.
Albeit, from what I've
A critical
seen,
success.
Nat 20 on the full swell is typically a bad sign of what's to come with a session.
So, a nat 20.
Nice.
A nat 20. It doesn't say anything with regards to what happens if it's a critical success, so you're just not affected by the dimensional hold this time.
Man, why can't I have gotten that getting out of the restraint?
And next it's going to use its jaws to chomp down on you some more. Boop. Chomping down on rat.
Oh,
That's a hit. That's probably a crit, isn't it?
yeah. Actually, I have 26 AC. Oh, yeah, it is. Definitely.
I'm very, very sorry.
I don't even have a backup set up.
I am very, very sorry.
It's all good.
Are you?
I don't want to kill you guys off. I really don't.
It's just that this thing
So
is
that's
rolling
the
with
first
full
set.
swell.
That's the piercing damage, and then we have the void damage.
Okay, I hit double for both, right?
So, yep, you hit double.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, crap. Let me fix that. 34. Can someone fix Ron's health for me real quick? I'm trying to.
When you do, it is your turn. And you can See if you can try to get out of this thing. And I'm going to give you a +2 bonus. I'm gonna give you a +2 bonus. How
Plus two
this
apology bonus.
for the monkeys. Selma cast
okay,
bad
then.
monkeys. And basically these are like a bunch of monkras swarming around the void terror, trying to distract it. And trying to help get Rat out of its mouth.
It's okay. You can call it as it is. A +2 apology bonus.
What was Rand's health originally? I mean, Ron's health originally.
I do not know. According to this, it should be just add 74. Just add 74 to Ron. I didn't notice that you would accidentally put damage on Ron.
Yeah. That was on accident, yeah. So it should be what was it?
Just add 75 plus 75, 74. No, 64 plus 64.
So it should be at 108 apparently.
Mhm. Ron's got a lot of
weird.
health. Ron's got a lot of health.
Wait, his max. Apparently
Yeah,
his max
he
HP is
actually, Ron
106.
should be at his max, 106.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. I don't know why it's work.
There.
I don't know why it has me and him at the same time.
Okay. It's all good.
Anyways,
So, it is your
apologies.
turn, Rat. All good. I think this is like
Is
your
it a
first time
reflex?
really using Foundry, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it reflex or is it fortitude?
It is, I believe, reflex.
In a attempt to escape.
You could also do athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, I think it's either athletics, acrobatics, or a unarmed attack, whichever one is the best for you.
Let me see.
Or whichever one you want to do.
I have a plus 19 to punching, so I guess I'll do that.
Punch it
Is
in
it strike?
yeah. Punch it in its jaw, punch it in its head. Works with sharks.
Yeah. It's a +2, right? You said I get a +2?
Yeah.
Oh, wait
yeah.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
From the
Thank
Mad
you
Monkeys.
very much.
From the Mad Monkeys.
And I realized that the attack option isn't possible because of restraint.
Thanks Soma for the Mad Monkeys.
Oh, wait. Apparently Twilight said it's not possible for attack. Oopsies.
Yeah, because it's specifically restrained. Makes it so that you can't use any attack
okay.
except for escape or force open the bonds.
Okay.
So it's so I just have
I
to
could just
roll
delete
athletics
that.
or acrobatics.
Okay,
You
so
just have to roll a escape attempt.
acrobatics, athletics.
An escape attempt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Ada.
Thanks.
No problem. Like, I admittedly remembered this myself because in a Sunday game that I'm a part of, this exact thing happened to one of our teammates.
And that didn't quite help.
So,
Did not quite help.
So is that a normal fail or a quick fail? Because I think it's against the thing's reflex.
It would be a critical failure, but I'm going to say, just to be benevolent, it's a normal failure.
You're the best. So I have another chance to
I'm a
escape.
benevolent GM. Let it be known. I am a benevolent
Yeah.
GM. I don't want to kill you guys off. I really do not.
I'm assuming that
I
circumstance
don't
bonus is
want
only
a
for the
party wipe.
Listen, I'm the
GM
only
realize-
one that's gonna get got.
GM realizing how
Alright.
squishy everyone is when their tank isn't around.
Well, now their
Yeah.
take is here.
Also,
Welcome
I
back.
only have to get over there.
So, but still, it's your turn.
I'm the closest thing that.
Well, actually, wait, Alex, Rat, you can try 2 more times, but it's going to apply map
Keep,
for
like-
each one.
Yeah.
You have
So
2 more
can
actions, so
Can I try to argue something real quick? Is it possible for me to use my healer gloves special ability?
no, because you're restrained.
Okay,
Yeah,
worth
so
a try.
he basically makes it so that you can't manipulate
yeah.
except for the
Yeah, I know. Then I guess I'll just not risk it. I'll just skip my turn.
Okay. But
I'd rather
still,
not risk another crit fail.
you finally realize what's going on here. And what are you going to do? Rat is being eaten by a void terror. What are you going to do?
Question, Ida, is the AoE that you have around you bad for us?
Only if you end your tone with it. But only if you end up in it at the end of my tone, because it's Steam Knight's Awe.
I ain't got the movement to get in and out of it. I don't know what to tell you there. So
don't worry, it doesn't do anything at start of tone. It's mostly an end of tone spiel.
well, again, if I get into it, I'm ending my turn in it. So
Yeah, it's like I could go.
Don't you have safe elements, Zeta?
Safe element?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it should be safe
Yeah,
for
that-
allies.
Eh.
But still
Don't you have to
isn't
call out
ally
the
the
allies
last
to
I
pay for?
checked. The last I checked.
Designate a number of creatures up to your Constitution modifier. Choose whether they are immune to the benefits or immune to its damage and draw.
Up to your Constitution modifier. What's your Constitution modifier?
My Constitution modifier is, I believe, +4. So I could designate 4 creatures to be
Yeah.
either immune to the benefits or immune to the downsides.
yeah.
And so
So-
for the 3 that I have marked,
So just say it's just say the Rat and Ron are outside of it, so they don't matter. Just say Bastille and his Eidolon are
Honestly,
immune to the downsides.
Yeah,
I mean, and if you have Rotten Run already
Damage and
set,
all
like,
that.
you can just say the Eidolon. Like, Bastille himself isn't going to get in close.
Right, so just say the Eidolon.
Nice.
The Eidolon is immune.
Have almost 3 targets and just have the Eidolon be the 4th one. Let's go.
Cool. So, tandem action. First of all, we gonna move. So that's gonna be 25 feet. And then, let's see, where am I gonna go? There we go. Probably, yeah, over here to try and draw focus away from the majority of people. Tandem action, gonna move again.
And as you do that, Bastille, make me a perception check. Free perception checks. Just a free action.
Okay, I will do that before moving, just in case. Let me pull such up. Perception. Roll. 31.
31. You hear sounds that kind of sound like ooh, ooh yeah, ooh ooh ee, ee. If you were to guess, it kind of sounds like similar to the monkeys that are surrounding the Void Terror right now.
Okay.
But it's coming
Question
from
as I
behind
was-
you.
Okay. I'll spare a glance behind, but question because Bastil's had experience with Void Terrors before, he's seen them go invisible. Could I have done my free cast of See Invisibility on my way up?
Sure.
If I have to
Sure.
spend an action to do it, I will, but otherwise, okay.
Sure.
So he'd have See Invisibility up, just in case that matters at all. That was truly something I was going to ask before you had the perception check. So he will spare a glance in the direction of what he hears, just in case. But if he doesn't see anything immediately pressing, we'll continue on with initial plan.
You see small shadows moving between the trees.
Okay.
Up in the branches.
Well, keep an eye out just in case. But for now, tandem action again. Eidolon's gonna move up while I cast a... Yeah, I'll do boost Eidolon on it. Let's see here. And then tandem action, Eidolon's gonna just make one attack, while I then cast a let's see here. Yeah, I'll then cast a reinforce Eidolon, which will replace the boost Eidolon following its attack. So let's do the Eidolon's attack, and then that'll be my turn. Not much for the first turn, but just gotta get in. Where did you put the Eidolon sheet now?
It's in
There it is.
Hidden Archives Companions.
Yep. Let's see here. Died. Satisfaction 2 per weapon died. So this will be plus an additional 4 due to boost Eidolon.
Good going. Good strike.
And that didn't include the 4, so that's actually 44 to hit.
44 to hit. 44 to hit.
Is that by chance credit?
Actually, it does.
Yeah, baby. And this is going to be electricity damage. This is fatal. D10. So 31 electricity damage as the
Doubled?
Eidolon. What?
Of course, doubled for the crit.
Yes. As the Bastille comes in, like literally just like has finished the scan of the area, turns to let everyone know and is like, something's going on. I shall assist. Charges over, the shadows culminating in front of him as the Eidolon charges in and just slams into the Void Terror.
Yeah, and as you do that, you slam into the Void Terror with enough strength that it starts gushing out this black stuff. And it's getting all over Rat. It's getting all over Ron. And it's getting all over Ada.
Okay.
And it spits Rat out of its mouth. Rat, you're no longer restrained.
Well,
And
that'll
then-
be.
You are
With-
covered in this black stuff that's kind of like oil.
And with Reinforced Eidolon now being what's up, it has +1 status bonus to its AC and saving throw, and then has an additional 5 resistance to all damage types, just for reference. On
Okay.
top of the resistances it normally has.
Okay. So, is that Bastille's turn?
That is indeed.
Soma, seeing that Rat just got spit out and is covered in this black stuff, whatever this black stuff is, it's kind of disgusting. She is going to... Well, first of all, just as she's about to sustain her spell, but still these small shadows that you could hear behind you in the trees come jumping out of the trees and start going towards the Void Terror. And make me a nature check. Everyone can make me a nature check.
Oh,
right.
Jeez.
Come on, Soma. I trust that you've got nature proficiency, hopefully.
Unfortunately, she doesn't.
Oh, well.
I do not, but I'm gonna try. Why not?
Ada
Right,
knows
Ada's
what
got
it
it.
is. Bastille knows what it is. Alex, oh my god, Alex, you
Probably 21.
absolutely, totally, 100% believe these are spider Kongor from the island of Peruba in the Quadraca Islands. You 100% believe that. But Ada and Bastille, you know differently. These are Munkras. They are tiny, kind of like chimpanzees. And they come out of the trees and start attacking the Void Terror. And they are hitting the Void Terror with sticks and rocks and such, and they manage to put one blow on the Void Terror and knock it down, and it is dead. Just for reference, Bastille, you left it with 1 HP.
Oh my goodness gracious! I was so I was so ready for this battle to take half the session with how much trouble. I'm so upset that we were having a hard time when all we needed was just a big boy to just come in and just be the hero.
So, just as the Void Terror dies, you could all see Crystal running up with Dr. Gray, Kauai, and Ira. And as soon as she sees the Munkras, Crystal asks, just how many Mystimon are there on this ranch? And Kauai replies, oh, there's a couple of Dragrons and a bunch of Florana down at the creek. Crystal looks at her and says, Kauai, it scares me you even know that.
And even though I haven't been here for all that long, I think a more accurate answer would be yes.
And
Well,
Ira says,
talking.
me as well. Remind me to have a word with her about what Mystimon are safe to make friends with. And Crystal says to Ira, I would, but I'm afraid you would be here explaining it all year. As Crystal walks forward with Dr. Gray, Ira turns to Kwoi and says, I almost jumped into a river full of Loranas and you didn't bother to tell me? Kwoi shrugs and says, you didn't ask, Snowy. Ira face palms and says, honey, when I'm about to jump, you might want to mention something like that. She says she walks off in a huff, and Kwoi says, like, I'm going to let you do something like that again. So
while they're talking, I'm just going to keep an eye on the area, see if I catch any sign of any other void terrors.
Yeah,
especially with my
Sure.
scene visibility up in case.
Sure. So, as Lorita arrives with Crystal, Lorita and Crystal come towards you and says, Dr. Gray says, everyone, I may have made a grave error in calculations. And Crystal rolls her eyes. That's pointed mildly. She forgot to account for the flow lines under the ranch. Crystal says, Lorita shoots back at her, I didn't account for them because I'm a scientist. I don't put stock in such fairy tales. And Crystal says, is it a fairy tale now? That's beside the point, Dr. Gray. The point is your ritual acted as a conduit for the flow lines nexus directly under the ranch, which we know Hydra has been using. And Lorena finishes for, and I have a theory that it may be able to use it to manifest. But as she says this, Crystal is looking up at the sky, and everyone make perception checks.
Man.
And
Okay.
Crystal says, Doc, that's not so much a theory anymore. As she points up, and Loretta looks up and says, no, that is a problem. Crystal responds, Doc, remind me to have a word with you about your penchant for understatements. For now, run. You see... What you see is, it looks kind of like a smaller version of Hydra.
Huh?
It is a smaller version of Hydra. It's still huge, but it's flying above you. And and it doesn't even pay attention to you. It's just flying straight north, about northeast. And Lorena says, judging by its trajectory and the wind currents, it's going to Kalroon.
Well, that's bad. That is awfully terrible.
Shit on Shingle.
Oh, man.
Could we also go to Kalroon?
Well, we have to.
Yeah,
Dr. Gray says, that might be advisable. And Crystal says, might be? Might be?
To the teleporter.
I don't know.
Everyone follow the robot, Crystal says. Don't follow Dr. Gray. Apparently, she doesn't know how to account for fairy tales.
Not the first time that I've had to follow a robot, but probably won't be the last.
Well, Dr. Gray. Well, Dr. Gray, I have something to say to you. If it weren't for my best friend Bastille over there, I would be that thing's lunch. Rat says as he kicks the Void Terror's corpse.
The Void Terror's corpse suddenly collapses into a puddle of black goo.
So, that's a stupid idea. I have some level of crappy. Can I gather that in like a bottle?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I love stupid ideas.
Do I just do a crafting check?
Stupid
or what?
ideas are the best.
Yeah, do I do a crafting check to gather in a bottle, or will you just let me do it?
I'll just let you do it.
Okay.
It
I
doesn't
do
make
feel like before
a
it
check for
dissolved,
that.
there was
Stupid
an
ideas
eagle
are the
on
best.
shape.
I just want to know what.
In fact, I'll give you a story point for that stupid idea. I love stupid ideas.
Just out of Kyoto stuff, like that's basically what my entire fucking motto is: of when in doubt, choose chaos. It'll either work out in the end, or you'll have one hell of a story to tell.
Unironically, I have a plan for this thing. I want someone to
Uh,
investigate what this thing is. That's
if I
my
had
plan.
a nickel for the number of stupid ideas my party has had over the past 10 seasons, well, I probably would have been able to pay for my $850 graphics card and then some.
So you would have been able to get a full freaking gaming.
I probably would have been able to get a 4080 Super instead of 4070 Ti Super.
It's like
That's
this
what I
fucking
wouldn't give to
campaign
have
on
one.
its own would be enough
Oh,
to pay
no.
multiple people's this college debt.
But yeah, so can I get a description of like what this goo is?
It's kind of like
Like this.
black oil. It has like the consistency of oil, black oil.
Ew. Okay. I'm just gonna give this like I'm gonna give this thing to nah, I'm not. Never mind. I was thinking about giving it to Dr. Grape. I was like, I'll wait till after everything's done. Anyways,
Yeah,
back to
she's
robot.
already started to the teleporter
Yeah.
to help deal
Anyways,
with the mess she created.
do I have a potion in my inventory? I don't. Well, we ball.
And as you're all ready to the teleporter, Ira turns to Koi and says, "Maybe you can introduce me to all those Florana friends of yours." And then she, kind of in a sideways whisper to you, Ada, "I kind of would prefer the Floranas over this Hydra."
Well, I was about to say, either way, we're going to be screwed, so it's just, what do you want to be screwed by?
Yeah, I'd rather be eaten by a whole bunch of Floranas than that.
Let's try and answer that before we become its next midnight snack.
Don't you mean the entire city of Kalroon?
That too.
So, you all head to the teleporter, and meanwhile, back in Kalroon, Duty wakes up from this killer migraine. It seems to be a little better now. And still, you have a new character, don't you?
I do
And
indeed.
your character, your big guy clad in heavy armor, heavy plate armor, I'd imagine, with this giant shield. You are walking down the street alongside where the you just happen to be walking down the street alongside where the Weedfinder Tower is. When suddenly this big black shadow appears in the sky and purple lightning bolts start flashing down and destroying different parts of the city. I'm going to change the scene here. Purple lightning bolts start parts, starts shooting down, destroying different parts of the city as this big black shadow appears in the sky. But still, or let's introduce your new character, Binary.
Very well.
Who is this guy?
So he is for the playtest a guardian. He is a Gola, which for the uninitiated are a like combination of demon and cyborg / automaton. As people have probably noticed by this point, based on the fact Bastille's an automaton, yes, the person named Binary's got a type. It's robots. But he is has a shield built into his arm for emergencies, has another shield as well, scythe on his back, like he is decked out to the nines, very heavy armor. I wasn't fully initiated on I didn't really have a good way to make a image for him. I found a pick route that might work, but I feel like finding demon / robot, you kind of got to commission that. And fun fact, I don't have money. So working with what we got, I've posted a pick route in the Wayfinders Lounge that might work. Up to our DM if that works enough or not for me to use as an icon. And if
it would sort of work, except think all black.
Okay, I can make it all black. That's a 5-minute fix. I wasn't sure if they were able to customize the metal plating or not. And since with his specific,
usually black / grayish. Grayish, silver, somewhere around there.
In case it matters, the reason I chose the gold, without getting too far into the details that people might learn later or not, is because he is the Royal Hunt heritage.
Indeed.
So would that change, or are those of the Royal Hunt heritage also still black to grays and stuff?
Yeah, typically.
Okay, I can easily change that. I tried black at first. It just mixes a ton altogether. Easy enough to do. But anyway, truly built like a tank. And for people's reference, is considered a large creature. So takes up a 10 by 10 space, rather than the regular 5-foot space. So when I say built like a tank, I mean he can't fit through a lot of doors. So, Calroon's been a challenge for him in that variety. Because,
there are some places that kind of have to account for larger races, such as the Aihana and Alapeke. Or not Alapeke, Wikan. They have to account for Wikan and Aihana, so yeah, there are more so large doorways designed to account for those races.
Now, Rat has asked if he can use him as a mount, and he's lucky. The Goleka isn't here to hear that. All I'll say.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off a Gola.
Certainly
that's not the best idea.
There we go. There's a black version.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome.
So
go ahead and add that into Foundry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I will update the photo and then you can display it on the thing. Let's see if it. Let's see. Don't know if it.
So, what is his name?
So his name, because Gola names are very complicated, is
Very.
Cultramanier Xerexavonis, which people didn't think I'd be able to say. I was ready.
I didn't think you'd be able to say it.
Yeah,
I can't say it.
Cultramanier Xerexavonis. You think I wasn't ready for this?
I can't say that. I'm the writer of Mystimon Saga, and I can't say that.
You told me to make a complicated name, and
yes, I did.
Didn't. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yes, I did. So, most people just call him Cole or Coldra.
So it doesn't let me update the image.
That should. I do believe you're a trusted player.
When I right-click it, my only options are to view it.
No, just click right on the ghost.
Okay.
Left click.
Okay, I think I've got it.
And you'll want to click the modified little checkbox up in the top. And then you'll be able to upload your image. Please use the one on the far right. Use the button on the far right and click on Amazon S3 at the top. We want it on the S3, that way it doesn't take up too much of our storage. We don't have that much storage, that's why we have the S3. Yep.
I don't see what you're referring to for Amazon S3, I'll be honest.
You click the modify button down, and then down below the image on the left, you will see on the bottom here, see these buttons. There's one that says that if you hover over it, says use token image. Another one that says to the left of it, to the right of it, that says user URL. To the right of that one, you upload from your PC. And to the right of that one, use an image from Foundry server. You click that one. And then on the new window, up on the top, you click on Amazon S3.
Okay, Amazon S3. Got it.
And then you go down here to right next to upload. Down at the bottom, click choose file.
Okay. Yeah, the Amazon. There we go. Select file.
And then the right side allows you to create your token.
Yep, I am applying it to both currently. There we go, so that you can pull it up for the stream.
Awesome.
And so the way this works, since they are like demonic, they're supposed to have horns and such. So his horns are built into the side of his head, but he has in fact augmented those as well to where he doesn't outwardly look as demonic as one normally would. Whether perhaps because Gola aren't as well received, to try and pass off fully as an automaton. Whether that has worked or not is...
Yeah, I would imagine he tries to hide his appearance as much as possible because there's a lot of animosity with the Gola. We'll just say that.
So yeah, is heavily modified to the point where he is doing his best to pass off as not actually a Gola. Whether such has worked or not, who's to say?
Who is to say?
And that is Cobra Manir Zerixophones.
Yep. So,
Very simple name.
So, you're looking up, you see this black shadow in the sky, and these purple lightning bolts shooting down and destroying parts of the city. You happen to be right next to the Wayfinder Tower, and as this goes on, Shadow, Duty comes to and just happens to catch a glimpse of this huge creature in the sky out the window. What do you do?
Well, first off, would you say that he has surveyed the area for like defensive stuff?
Probably
that,
not, because he's been
remember.
unconscious.
Okay. And if that's the case, then I guess he will probably try to find the others, or find like basically like a militia, or basically try to find people
Okay.
who are trying to like do something to fix this up.
Right. So, let's go over here to the battle map. For now, I'm going to move everyone up here. I'm going to move everyone up here just for now. Just for now, because they're not here at the moment. Not yet. Excuse me. Okay. So, I'm going to move Duty onto the map. And Duty, you get up, you go down the stairs, you find this big Aihana guy who's currently at the front window. He's looking out there. And he looks like as good a guy as any to recruit. Looks like a good guard, a good fighter. He actually happens to be a former Magi Guard officer. And his name is Frederick. He tells you, my name is Frederick. You can call me Rick. And you also find a good spellcaster who happens to also be blind, but she can make you out just fine. And she says her name is Evelyn. And then as you come outside, you see this big guy. You see this big guy. Looks kind of creepy. Looks kind of imposing, I should say. And I am going to now activate this scene. Everyone ready to rumble?
Yeah, about as ready as I'll ever be.
I'm trying to fix something.
Okay. Give me one moment. Need to find where this thing is. Where is this thing? Here we go.
I hope you're ready for shenanigans.
Oh, I have a question. Would Judy's mount be with him if he whistled for it or something like that, or no?
Not at this time. They're probably at the
Okay.
the mount's probably at the ranch. So
Okay.
clear initiative. Okay. Now I'm going to add all of you and add the big thing. It says hooked tongue hydra. This is actually a manifestation of hydra. I am going to try to change its name. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
What?
It screwed up on me. Let's there. There. Now it's proper. And let's go roll initiative.
Okay.
What's killing you?
Just go. Oh, okay.
Okay. Why can't I get the encounter tracker? Oh, that's why. I was like, why can't I get the encounter tracker up? Let me fix this up. Fix this on the stream real quick. And we are starting with Cauldra.
Okay. Question. How high up is the Hydra?
Very high. About, I'd say 100 feet at least.
Okay. Well then for now, we'll just move closer. 30 feet of movement.
I don't.
And then we'll
Let's see. Better? That's a little bit better.
raise his shield, and then, or no, can you hold more than one action or no?
No, you can only hold one action.
Darn. I want to jump and grapple this guy to the ground. Let's
That would be
clear.
hilarious to see.
I have Titan Wrestler. He can grapple anything like up to the largest size category, gargantuan. So, but for
yeah,
now,
this thing is only huge because it's just a manifestation. It's not the real
could
thing.
Easily grapple. Could
it's not the real.
Grapple.
It's not the real thing.
Even if it was the real thing, he could grapple.
You better be thinking your stars. It's not the real thing because that thing is closer to level 25.
It's good that it's not the real thing.
It's closer to level 25.
But yeah, since he cannot reach it, for now he will just raise his shield and then hold an action. If it happens to come within range, he'll take a hit on it.
Okay. Okay. Frederick Flintstone is going to come out the door. His weapon ready. Frederick comes out the door, his weapon ready, and he says, has Bifrost been playing around with that pyramid again? The Hydra manifestation. One second. I suppose I could move there. Nope. Yeah, it's doing a breath weapon, but instead of the darkness, it's actually purple lightning. So 40-foot cone. It's too high up in the sky for it to hit any of you guys yet, so it's just hitting all the buildings in the around you. These bolts come towards the Wayfinder Tower, they actually bounce off of a magical barrier. So, luckily, Crystal foresaw this. So, rocks and debris come flying at you, at all of you, though. Make basic reflex saves.
Right.
Yippee.
So, this will have a. Let me check my shield circumstance bonus. So yeah, this will have a +2 to it because I raised my shield because I get to add my shield's bonus to my own bonuses. think it's +2. Or I forgot to apply it again. I don't think it's going to matter, but if so, 20 total.
20 total?
Correct.
Yeah, not going to matter. Everyone takes 22 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, and are other characters here now? Like, is Bastille here as well? Or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
So,
Duty.
Evelyn, I know you made that roll, but you do not take that damage.
Evelyn doesn't take the damage?
Well, because Evelyn's with the other group.
No,
Right.
Evelyn's here. Evelyn's here.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of Eva. Or Ida.
No.
I was thinking of Evelyn, not Evelyn.
Okay, so...
It's Duty's turn, correct?
Yeah, it's Duty's turn. I'm going to apply damage to these two.
Okay. First action.
Apply the damage to Coldra.
Yeah, I'm checking my stuff to see if I've got anything to reduce it.
Okay. You will. Duty's first action will be to stride for all of his movements. So that is 5, 10, 15. And he will use his cool commander ability called. I think it is called. Use this. He's going to use
Orb up.
for a second action.
You signal your team to move into position together. Signal all squad mates affected by your commander's banner. Each can immediately stride as a reaction, though each must end their movement inside your banner's aura. So each can immediately stride as a reaction. So where do you want Frederick to be?
As far as he can get, as far away as he can get. So, yep,
okay.
Right there.
And where do you want Evelyn to be?
I guess here. Same, like either behind Cole. Behind Cole.
Behind Cole? Okay.
Yes. And there is this thing. Let me reread it again.
While he's reading that, and then I can use my shield block on even like reflex saves. So I'm going to use shield block, which means that I don't take any damage. My shield takes 9 damage because it's got 13 hardness.
Alrighty.
And for Duty's last action, he is going to move his full movement speed. So there's 5, 10, 15. And that's Duty's turn.
Okay. Evelyn. Let's see. What can Evelyn do? What can Evelyn do? Evelyn's going to spend quite a bit of Mystia to cast Flame Dancer on Coldra. Fire encircles the target's hands and feet, and its eyes and hair catch ablaze. If he had any hair. The target's unarmed strikes deal an additional 2d6 fire damage. And critical hits with those strikes also deal 2d4 persistent fire damage. Additionally, when the target attempts to demoralize a foe, they can use a performance instead of intimidation. When using performance to demoralize, the action loses the auditory trait, but gains the visual trait. The target doesn't take a penalty when attempting to demoralize a creature that doesn't understand its language. So
You put
you've
that in
got
the chat as well.
You've got fire all over you.
Just another day for a demon. I mean, automaton.
So that's what she's going to do, and then she's going to end her turn. It is Coldred's turn.
But that only applies to unarmed strikes. It doesn't apply to weapon strikes.
Doesn't apply to weapon strikes, but hey, you have a lot more you could do to intimidate this thing. Let's see if you can actually manage to intimidate it. Can you manage to intimidate a manifestation of Hydra?
Look, I hate to break it to you, but this ain't the intimidation character. That's best still. Though there is a very funny combination here I can try.
Okay. Well, it's your turn. Get at it.
Okay, so it is still 100 feet in the air?
Yeah.
It hasn't moved down?
It hasn't moved down yet.
Shaking my fists in the air. Get down here. So, first of all, I'm going to action Daydream Trance. Lasts for 1 minute or until I fall unconscious.
Okay.
And I can voluntarily end it at any time.
Post it to
During
chat.
this, I get a... Yep. Let's see here.
Okay.
There we go. Gain a +1 bonus to will saves. This bonus increases +2 against mental effects. I'm not legendary in occultism, so that doesn't matter. -1 penalty to perception checks and initiative rolls. Luckily, I've already rolled initiative. But the reason this matters is because during my daydream trance, I can gain basically advantage using Vision of Foresight. I can, once before the end of my next turn, I can call upon these predictions before I roll a saving throw or skill check. I can roll a saving throw or skill check twice and take the better result. I'll put that in the chat as well. So I'm going to do that for my intimidation check to demoralize, which I can do as a performance check. But because I have 1 minute here, 1 minute here, where is it? Acrobatic performer, I can actually do it as an acrobatics check.
Oh, gods. You're rolling off of what she gave you. Yeah, that is awesome.
So, my intimidation becomes a performance, becomes an acrobatic, which is an advantage because of Daydream Trance. To clarify
that is a pretty
at home.
That is a pretty funny combo.
So yeah, I think it's a case as far as how like one would intimidate through acrobatics. I think it's a case of like him like going over to like the walls of the buildings and truly jumping off of them and starting to make swipes to make this thing fear that it is going to get its wings cut off if it stays up there.
Okay,
fully a
so
bluff, but
roll that.
yeah. Here we go. Let's see here. This is still only let's see. Does this give me a bonus to these? Gains visual find. Okay, so no bonus to it. So just the plus 15. So there's the
I had
first
no
roll,
idea
which is-
he could do that when I cast that spell.
Yeah.
I didn't think you did.
This is why
so-
Pathfinder is so cool.
So 30 total.
I didn't know you could do that. So 30 total?
30 total to attempt to demoralize this guy with like stick kick flips, I guess.
You succeed. You just barely succeed.
This giant, you're
That's-
telling me this giant. You know what? I would be scared too if I just see this giant metal that just does a sick.
And
backflip.
because that is what you just did is such an awesome combo, rolling off of the spell that Evelyn cast, you get a story point.
Woo! I need you guys to understand the reason he is a master in acrobatics is fully because of other like general feats, which means that he can fall 50 feet and not take damage, which is why I'm just waiting for this guy to get in range. And then by third action, I'm gonna raise my shield again, I guess. Like
Okay.
I ain't got much else.
Well, that was a pretty. That was one hell of a turn. I'll let you know. Frederick. Let's see. What is Frederick going to do?
And that's all from just regular skill feats.
I wonder, could he do that? No, probably not. That's not even using the Guardian's true strength. It's
Well,
hilarious.
I need him to get down here first.
Need him to get down here first. Yeah, you know what? I think Frederick's also going to hold his action. And probably raise his shield if he can. Does he have a shield? Yes, he does. He's going to raise his shield. And then hold an action. The creature starts coming down towards you. It's now down to about 60 feet in the air.
Just you wait.
And
I
it's
got a plan.
it's making
I got
that strange call. It's making a really strange call that's kind of echoing throughout the city. All of you make will saves for stress.
Oh no! Wait, I'm good at this. Well,
Hey,
by
I get
me, I
a-
mean duty.
And I get a bonus to this because of Daydream Trance.
Never mind.
And then is this a mental effect or no?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use a point to re-roll that. We're gonna.
I'm not surprised. I don't think you want to start off with 2 stress.
I sure don't. You know, sometimes you gotta just not roll with the punches. Instead, take fate into your own hands. It's say not
Frederick's
today.
good.
Much better.
That's much better. Evelyn gets a point of stress, though. Frederick's good. Coldra's good. Duty is actually good. It's just Evelyn that gets a point of stress. Okay. Now, let's see. Its breath weapons does not recharge.
He's still taking a deep breath.
Doesn't seem to have any ranged attacks besides the breath weapon, so right now it's going to end its turn there. Duty.
Oh, so from my understanding, this manifestation is still flying, right?
Blind?
No, flying.
Flying, yes, it's flying.
Okay. Then I will use the first action. I will move all my movement, so that is 1, 2, 3. I guess I have to move for my second action. So, well,
No, we just put you right next to him. It's fine.
oh, okay. Thank you. All right, and now Duty will do a thing. He will use this ability. Let me get it for you. He is once again gonna do form up.
And by the way, you could just drag the token.
Oh, I'm not familiar. I'm not super familiar with movement right now because this. I'm not used to counting out movement stuff like that, so that's why I do
No,
stuff like that.
try it. Try dragging the character.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it tells you the movement amount.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I used.
It's called drag
second
ruler.
action is- Oh, that's cool.
You know, like the
Anyways, form
Mystimon.
up.
You
Yeah, second
know
action
what?
is form
Put
up.
that down on my notes.
I mean, drag ruler sounds like a Mystimon name, all I'm saying.
Put that down on my notes.
Write that down.
Usually it's Elle that's giving me ideas for more Mystimon.
Write that down. By the way, binary, this takes up your reaction, so I don't know if you want to use form up, just to let you know.
What does it allow? Just movement?
Yeah.
It takes up your reaction, so you wouldn't be able to use shield block if you take this. Just letting you know.
So I would because of my own stuff, but I'm still not going to use it because I like having more than one reaction and I don't really need to move right now.
Yeah, I just chose form up just because of I don't know what else I could do.
Nope, that's fair.
Still flying.
Frederick will move there. And Evelyn is going to stay here behind Coldra.
Is it any form of movement or just like
when in doubt, hide behind the gola?
It's stride. Stride means you can use your full actions.
Okay. Reason I was asking, because if it was like a leap, I was like, if I can leap, then I'd potentially be in the air for my turn, and then I could combo that with something. But
yeah. Evelyn's going to stay right here behind Coldra because when in doubt, Hide behind the Gola. She will use her Gola teammate as a Gola shield when she feels threatened.
Fun fact, that's what the Guardian class is there for.
Exactly.
Alright. And last action, raise a shield.
And by the way, what aura is Cauldra equipped with? This is one of the unique abilities of the Gola.
So he's only got the one aura, which is the anti-magic aura.
Okay. Not enabled right now?
Not enabled at the moment.
Okay. So, Duty raises their shield.
Yep. All 3 actions.
Evelyn. Let's see. What can Evelyn do? Probably not that. Can't do that. Evelyn's going to use 2 actions and a little bit of Mystia to cast Mirror Image. So now there's multiple Evelyns, and Cauldra, you have no idea which one is the real one. And that's going to be her turn. Cauldra.
Well, this guy's still like 60 feet in the air. So I can't do that much. So let's see here. Let me check my Daydream Trance to see if I can continue giving myself the advantage. Because I could just demoralize again. So I don't really think I've got other options right now. Not until he gets down here. Like, even my taunt, it requires a 30-foot range.
Get over here.
Yeah, no, that is like... Definitely need a get over here option.
Absolutely.
Daydream Trance. So it doesn't really say for Vision of Foresight? Because it doesn't even say that it requires an action. It just says requirements, you're in a Daydream Trance. So, DM, there's the wording for you as well. But it just says you can use your daydreams to predict the successive actions, rapidly envisioning possibilities.
Once before the end of your turn, you can call upon these predictions before you roll a saving throw or skill check. You can roll the saving throw or skill check twice and take the better result.
So can I just do that once per turn while in a Daydream Trance?
Yes. Well, cool. Actually, no.
No.
It's an action.
Okay.
So you can do that multiple times.
Okay.
You could do it multiple times in a turn.
Oh, okay. So I could potentially use that twice and then raise a shield as well if I wanted to. But I think it's very funny if I manage to intimidate this guy again. Is there any benefit to demoralizing him a second time or not really? I don't know if you can
might help with get over here.
From my understanding, I believe the fear will stack if it's a critical.
But only if it's a critical?
I don't know. I have to read up the rules on that again.
Because it already have Frighten 1. I don't know if I impose Frighten again, if it would go to Frighten 2.
I will Google that.
With a sudden shout, a well-timed taunt, or a cutting down, you can shake an enemy's resolve. Choose a creature within 30 feet of you that you are aware of. Attempt an intimidation check against that target's will DC. Except for you, it could be acrobatics. If the target doesn't understand the language you are speaking, or doesn't speak, or you're not speaking a language, that ignore that part. Regardless of your result, the target is immune to your attempts for 10 minutes.
So yeah, I guess we'll just use Vision of Foresight twice and raise Shield once, so that like I can get advantage on 2 saves if needed.
Okay.
So I just looked it up. They do not stack. You can't demoralize twice and let fear stack.
There doesn't have to be a building I can get on top of, right? Easily enough.
Yeah. Frederick. What is Frederick going to do? Frederick is going to stay there and hold his action. The Hydra Manifestation. It comes down and lands right in front of you, Coldra.
Hey, Angie.
You think? And now it is going to use a Fangs attack right on you. Does that hit?
29 does not hit.
29 does not hit.
30 is my armor class.
Oh.
Well, it will try one more time with map. That hits.
Depends. Does Frightened give it any sort of minus?
Frighten is for AC.
Okay.
For its AC.
Take a status penalty equal to this value to all your checks and DCs. I'm not sure if well, it'd still be a 30, so.
Actually, yeah, fair, yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Never mind. Thanks for clearing it up on me. I thought it was only just its AC.
Ooh. Oh, what kind of damage is this?
It is piercing.
Okay. So 27, let's see here. With I don't want to use my shield block, so I'll take it. But I do reduce the damage by my Constitution modifier due to Golem. Due to one of these things once I find it. So many things.
Meanwhile, it's Duty's turn.
Okay, time to show off our Commander Cool. So, for the first 2 actions, Duty is gonna use this action.
Strike hard. You command an ally to attack. Choose a squad mate who can see or hear your signal. That ally immediately attempts a strike as a reaction.
And I'm assuming you want Cole to keep his reaction for shield block binary.
I mean that I'll leave that up to you because again, I have two reactions. So just one of them has to be a guardian feature.
What is Frederick?
Frederick is a fighter.
Then I will signal. Duty will signal Frederick to go bonk.
And there's the reason the damage is reduced.
Okay. So Frederick attempts a strike. It doesn't work. It misses.
Fortunate.
Unfortunately, it misses.
For Duty's last
And
action, he is.
Ada, get ready.
Alrighty then.
And then for his last action, he is gonna use his shield. He's gonna raise it again.
Raise the shield. Good going. Okay, during this time, I'm going to say... Boop, 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 boop. Okay, Evelyn's move. Evelyn's going to move over here. And then... I have no idea how Magus works.
You hit spell and yeah. I've actually played as a magus before, but you basically want to spell strike a lot.
Spell strike. You cast a spell that takes 1 or 2 actions to cast. It requires a spell attack roll. Okay. So she's going to spell strike with ignition. The effects of the spell don't occur immediately, but are imbued into your attack instead. She makes a melee strike with a weapon or an unarmed attack. Your spell is coupled with your attack using your attack result. Your attack roll result to determine the effects of both the strike and the spell. This counts as 2 attacks for your multiple attack penalty, but you don't apply the penalty until after you've completed the spell strike. Okay. So from my understanding, she makes 1 strike, and then a second one. The first one hits. She rolls damage. Then she rolls the... ignition damage. So it takes 3 fire damage. Unfortunately, that was not a crit. Fix that damage. And then it takes this. Okay. She moved. She's spellstruck. She's done. And Ada, you're healed to full.
Nice.
Rat, you are healed to full.
Oh, thank you.
Because Soma, this is what Soma would do.
Oh, you're so cool.
But still taking
Rat
up
would,
the front.
Rat would tip his hat and be like, "Thank you, kind lady."
So,
I bet so would probably separate a bit so that like any AoE
Okay.
stuff isn't catching him both.
okay, so you have arrived on the scene.
Roll initiative for the characters.
Hold on.
Okay.
Add them all to the combat tracker. Then boom. 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 Boom.
I get this as a free action just to let you know whenever initiative is rolled for me.
I heard a lot of
DM, you're not allowed to roll for us anymore.
Man, I just saw that. Oh
Like-
my goodness.
DM, like, you're not allowed to roll for us if you're gonna be rolling nat ones. Some of those should have been going to the Hydra.
Oh my goodness.
Very fair. But still have a story point.
Thanks.
For
It's
each
the least
Bastille and Cauldron.
I feel like everyone should be getting a story point for that. It's the least you can do.
It's the least I can do. Yep. Everyone gets a story point.
No, which if I remember correctly, it's just the equivalent of few opens, you know.
That was a few too many ones.
A few?
It's like, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones out of 6 initiative.
1, 2, 3, 4 ones. Ho ho ho.
Literally just
All of a
all
sudden,
out
we're playing
initiative
Sesame
roll.
Street.
Like,
Not a
like,
sponsor.
What kind of god of bad luck did you accidentally pray to, Seth?
But hey, Sesame Street, if you happen to be listening, we're accepting. Let's be clear. Not sponsored yet.
Is Mystimon Saga something they really wanted to sponsor?
Look, Big Bird could be a Mystimon, and I'll leave it at that.
Unironically, Steamboat Willie could be a Mystimon. Just saying, he is public property. Exactly. Just saying, Seth. You know, just.
What made Elbow snap? Was he tired of Big Bird's crap?
It's not Big Bird. If Elmo's going after anyone, it's gonna be Rocco. How dare you, Rocco?
Smart enough to freaking open a door normally.
Okay, so Coldra, it is your go. Because apparently everyone else was not ready for this.
Elmo's gonna throw that rock down into a abyss.
Damn, we do not need Kingdom Hearts to be here.
It's Sesame Street, not Kingdom Hearts. There's a difference.
I know, I was saying that because whoever's voice that was, it sounded like Mickey for some goddamn reason.
Okay, so my area apparently you do a terrible Elmo voice.
Apparently, even though like Mickey's varied a bit.
Mickey's has varied a bit over the years. Let's be fair.
Yeah, I was about to say, if anything, that sounded a lot more like freaking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse type Mickey.
Whose turn is it?
It's Coldress.
Okay.
Coldress.
Just wanted to make sure. It's been a lot happened.
Yeah,
okay, so
a lot of
have,
Sesame Street references.
Do I still have that bonus damage to my unarmed strikes for reference while I decide what I do?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I don't think my unarmed strikes do a lot. Let me check their damage before I do anything.
Doesn't do a lot for you, but it might not do a lot for you, but would do a lot for Ron. She should probably cast it on Ron.
Probably. You know, I got the benefits from it for the intimidate. Now I'm gonna do what I'm good at and use my scythe. Are attacks considered skill checks? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so I can't give myself advantage through my thing before it runs out. That is sad. But I'm just gonna make 3 attacks against it. Because I've got a ton of reactions and nothing else to do with them, so I can use one of my reactions to raise a shield if I need to. So, attack 1.
That's a hit.
To hit.
That is a hit. Particularly because it's frightened.
Cool. So that is going to be 15 damage with 1d6 persistent bleed.
You got it?
Second attack.
That is a miss.
Fantastic. Then the
it's fantastic that it's a miss. You have a different definition of fantastic.
It was a sarcastic fantastic. Thank you very much. I think everyone knows what sarcasm is here.
I certainly do. Some people tell me I'm way too sarcastic sometimes.
Is grappling a skill check?
Yes.
Cool.
That is using an athletics check.
Cool. Then I'm gonna give myself advantage. Do I want to grapple him or do I want to trip him? Grapple him.
Good luck with that.
Well, I have advantage.
The Pathfinder's version of advantage is fortune. Fortune.
Well, in this case, it's a weird dreamlike state. So, first roll.
37, that will make it. 36.
Cool.
37 does it.
So yeah,
You have grappled the Hydra manifestation.
Like, he just, like, wraps one of his arms around him, is just, like, starting to, like, chokehold the Hydra.
Yeah, I think the gods that the kaiju version.
Is that?
If it failed, I'd still be able to grapple it. I know it'd have it be a lot harder for it to fail. But yeah, that's my turn.
So, the Hydra manifestation is now grappled.
Correct.
Frederick is going to strike him with his bastard sword. Oh, there we go. There we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Fighter cred. We love it. I love
Yes.
fighters. I love fighters.
Bam, 50 damage to this thing.
That's hot.
And bring up the crit hit deck. There's a slashing attack. And Hydra must succeed on a fortitude save. Triple damage. It's triple damage. Guys, triple damage.
Please.
I'm going to apply.
Fail.
There we go. More damage. The target must succeed on a fortitude save or die.
Kill it.
That'd be so funny if it
failed. Yeah, no, that thing is living.
It succeeds on the fortitude save, but he does cut off one of the Hydra's heads. He brings down his sword so hard that he cuts off one of the Hydra's heads and deals a tremendous amount of damage to it.
And I've been so focused on the head I was restraining.
So, the Hydra has lost one of its heads. One of its 3 heads. It's probably the middle one, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe Ghidorah always had a tendency of losing its middle head.
But jeez, though, that was fucking meaty.
It is the Hydra's turn. And you guys notice that it's starting to regenerate.
Nope, we gotta kill this thing fast. Oh, jeez.
Did cut off one of the. I have to apply another bit of damage here because he did cut off one of its heads, and it says if you cut off one of its heads, you deal damage equal to the head's hit points. 45.
Nice. Smooth.
And it can regrow a severed head using its regeneration. So that severed head has now begun to regenerate and regrow. You could prevent this by dealing acid or fire damage to the stump, cauterizing it.
I hope a bullet counts.
So,
quite in my element in the most literal sense I can imagine.
So, you know what, guys? It's probably not a good idea to line you guys up like that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it has a line breath instead of a cone breath.
It is a cone, actually.
Oh, okay.
I mean, would people get to choose where they have moved?
Oh, ow.
It just barely misses Evelyn. It does hit Cauldra. It does hit the Eidolon. It does hit Bastille. So, well, it just hits Bastille, we'll say. Since you're sharing HP. It hits Ada. It hits Rat. It hits Ron. It just misses Soma. Everyone in the area, make a reflex save. As it starts shooting out bolts of purple electricity.
Not here.
Come on, Ron. You're a master. You're a master at this. You got this.
So Cole is going to use reaction to raise a shield. Specifically use his guardian specific reaction just in case. And then so that will allow him to add his shield bonus.
So Rat fails. Ada fails. Ron fails.
Oh, oh, this is bad. Oh, this is real bad.
Still fails.
Let me. Sorry,
This is why it has to recharge these attacks.
Ah, okay.
This is why it has to recharge its breath weapon.
You know what? Fair. Understandable. Have a nice death.
This probably would have mattered for last time, but I forgot that I've got Bulwar, so I can apply that to my saves as well. So I actually have some higher bonus to these for
Cauldra fails.
dang 31 fails.
Yeah.
I mean, a 32 also failed.
I hadn't really noticed what I had rolled for the other.
Yeah, 35 failed as well.
Yeah, it's like, I'm guessing we all failed normally?
Oh,
52 void damage.
Ow, and I was about to say, like, did I just normally fail, or did I somehow quit fail?
You just normally failed.
Oh, dude.
And that's why it has to recharge.
yeah, you know what? Fair balancing. Can't get it. Can't be mad.
Luckily, you have a healer.
We have 2 healers. Duty is also a medic. Except he's slow.
Well, Soma can just cast Gaia's Blessing. Soma can just use magic to heal.
Man, the duty has to go up there, look at your injuries, sew up, your wounds. Oh, you coughed up your lung. It's fine. You'll be fine. So, I cast magic. You're better.
Well, I mean, you're in a world full of magic, so.
Yeah, I know. just making fun of the fact that it's like, man.
So, Coldra still needs to take damage, and so does Bastille.
Coldra's taking the damage. I already put it in. They're now at 89 hit points.
Okay. Bastille?
Bastille, I was going to ask, because you said we're considering it just for Bastille, or just as Eidolon, or which? Because Eidolon has resistance to void.
Just either one, it doesn't matter since you share HP.
Okay.
Admittedly, I'm partially kind of surprised that a 31 was a fail, but a 21 isn't. But it.
It technically should be, but I am a benevolent GM.
Just benevolency kicked in, yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to kill. I don't want to party wipe. I really don't.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
So, viewers, don't email me.
Do they have your email?
It's 102
I think my email is on the YouTube channel.
Well, that was your fault. Get in the comments.
Get him.
Yeah, there's YouTube comments. I'm totally ready for that. I'm totally ready for YouTube comments. You should have applied that critical.
Let's say, if anything, I'm really freaking take it as a quit, because if anything, my luck gets higher the lower my health is.
So it's Ada's turn, and the Hydra just took a bunch of damage from persistency, from bleed and fire.
Wait, so it did take fire, so it doesn't regenerate the health. So that 26 health it regenerated wouldn't have happened.
Except it went off on its own, so apparently that wasn't enough.
How it works is
the effect just goes off on its own.
Yeah, you have to hit it on it with the thing that stops regeneration on the same turn that it starts. So we are bad luck because none of our characters that can do fire damage goes before the Hydra.
Oh, so basically up against its regeneration factor for the title fight.
Yeah, it's essentially
out damages regeneration.
Either that or you have to turn it off, and none of our characters that can do fire damage or acid damage can go before it or after it, I mean. So
they all go after it. Look at the combat tracker, they all go after it.
Oh, I meant to say before.
Yeah, it's like nobody that deals fire or acid damage goes before the manifestation.
Yeah.
So it is Ada's turn.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay then. So let's kick things off with a channel element.
Channel elements.
And I
Go for it.
actually remember this bit of it of when entering the kinetic, or I could do either a one-action elemental blast or a stance as part of it, and I will use it to go full Steam Knight. And as for the fourth, I will be excluding from the downsides
Damn.
of it. I'll go for
So-
the Eidolon, like Big Man, and Evelyn.
So I'm gonna post this in the Wayfinder's Lounge, but Evelyn had done fire damage in their turn, which was before the
Yeah, so we actually do have some of that.
Hydra, because that's how the persistent damage also got applied.
Oh,
It was only a little bit of fire damage, but fire damage got applied.
huh. Okay then. Then going to go ahead and use my move action. I'm going to use my second action because that's Steam Knight is a part of the same channel element. Or to use
Just reapply the 36 that it had regenerated. And that argument.
There we go. Then I am going to go ahead and use my last action to go for the leap from Steam Knight. So I can leap up to my speed away, which I will go ahead and go for right over here. And then within 10 feet. Oh wait, that's only if I jump over it, I think. And then we can walk with this positioning for the time being. And that is all 3 actions for my turn.
Alrighty.
I now realize that Steam Knight, the
Soma.
damage thing on the reflex, that I did not realize that if a enemy starts their turn, oh wait, at the start of my turn. Oh. So, yes, for a moment I thought that I had some way to deal fire damage before it healed, but then I realized, oh, wait, it's at the start of each of
The regeneration is already disabled.
Oh.
Okay, Shadow.
Nice.
I'm just ending that argument right there.
Okay.
The fire damage did disable it. Yeah, so she is going to cast Gaia's Blessing. I'm so tired of this. She's going to cast Gaia's Blessing. She is going to do a 3 action. Probably right about there, shall say. So it gets Coldra, it gets Bastille, it gets Rat, it gets Ron. Unfortunately, Ada is just outside of it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I can walk with it.
It should be a lot more than that. Should be a lot more than that. Should be... Roll it again. And again. 3, 4, 5. Let's just do it that way. So, everyone, you can apply each of those once. Everyone except Ada, and Evelyn, and Duty, and Frederick. Just apply each of those once.
And then because they did the 2-action version, if you're healing a living creature, increase the hit points restored by 8. And then that increases by 8 for each additional level. So at 5th level, be 8, 16, 24, 32, 40 additional.
So 40 additional, and let's just add these two. Add these up.
19, 21, 21 plus 40, 61 healing.
Okay. Thank you for doing the math.
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Still is back to full.
Still is back to full.
I think I actually am very close. I think I'm like 1 HP off.
Okay, you're at 129. Just put yourself back to 129. That's good. Let's go. There we go. A big burst of healing right there. That should help. Duty.
Okay, so Duty will use his commander sick ability called Strike Hard to give Ida a strike. Hopefully they can do a fire strike again.
Okay, and wait, so
But the
how
persistent fire damage, the regeneration is off until I can get rid of the persistent fire damage.
Oh. I mean, there's no harm in doing the extra fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a basic strike.
Okay, so it's basically with the weapon that I have.
Strike hard. There are so many jokes I can make about that. I'm sure there are so many that Rack can make about that.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately, we're on Twitch and YouTube, so we should probably refrain. And that is a miss, unfortunately.
But if you want us to not refrain in the future, get in the comments. Look,
we're not a kick. We're not a kick. I mean,
any engagement is good.
Any engagement's good. Yeah, of course.
So get in the comments.
Let me last action, raise shield.
Raise shield on duty. There's a joke I can make about that. I need to get my mind out of the gutter. Damn you, Shadow. Ron.
Oh, crap. Let's see.
Figure out a monk.
Do to move his speed. Oh, just have to check out movement speed. That's it. Blah blah blah.
The answer is Neil.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
From what I've seen of Ron in previous battles, the answer is
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
the answer is Neum.
The answer is
So,
boost.
You can certainly go ahead and do that. Zoom off to the right of it and flank it. That would actually be very smart.
This you said this needs a manifestation, so could I just run past through it?
uh, you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
There you go.
And what is
This
this?
guy's like super flanked.
Yeah, this guy is everywhere. And flurry of blows.
Flanked.
Flurry of blows. Make 2 unarmed
Yep.
strikes. If both hit the same creature, combine their damage for the purpose of resistance and weakness.
Yep.
Apply your multiple attack penalty to the strikes as normal.
I forgot to do that. I apologize. Is it map 1 or is it map 2?
Does that hit this creature? We're going to say yes because it's flanked.
Oh,
It is flanked, so it's off guard. I'm going to add that.
Yep, it's off guard. It's off guard because grappled as well.
You were
Oh
right.
my goodness.
You were very right.
This thing is not having a good day. He
Well,
woke up, got angry, and then everyone just decided to run up on him and beat him up.
well, both of those hit. Yeah, both of those hit.
Roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Blarg. And then Blarg.
Okay. Boom. Boom. That was Ron's turn. That was 2. That was 3 actions.
No, that was 2. Move. Flurry of blows is 1 action apparently. What?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So apparently you have 1 more action. What do you want to do with it?
Map -3, I guess.
I mean, might as well. You don't know if it's gonna be that fun.
Unless you too can grapple extremely large targets.
Oh, it almost landed on the 20.
I saw that. My heart sank.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Cynthia transferred her luck to me.
Yeah, she has. Evelyn. Let's see. Evelyn is going to cast Flame Dancer on Ron. So now for Ron, fire encircles your hands and your feet, and your eyes and hair catch ablaze. And your unarmed strikes now deal an additional 2d6 fire damage. And critical hits with these strikes also deal 2d4 persistent fire damage. Additionally, when the target attempts to demoralize a foe, you could use performance instead of intimidation. When using performance to demoralize, the action loses the auditory trait but gains the visual trait. And the target does not take a penalty when attempting to demoralize a creature that doesn't understand its language. So, you now have Flame Dancer on you. And that's going to be Evelyn's turn. Rat.
Hello, that is me, my actual character. I will Oh, sorry, I'm trying to measure something.
All good.
How dare you?
Alright, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. How dare I?
You monster.
Alright, I will. First action, I will stride up behind this big boy.
Alrighty.
And second action, I have to double check my range real quick. It is 20 feet. Okay. And then I will shotgun blast this thing with my gun. With my sword shotgun.
Be careful not to hit Coldra.
Nah, I got this. Let's just say
He
I
got
don't
this,
know.
he says. He's got this.
Yeah, no. Basically, what happens? Rat just runs up, hit slides under him, and it just fires.
Just remember, your head is smaller than his hand.
That is a hit.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Roll damage. Let's do this.
Are we
Bang.
playtesting Commander and Guardian, or are we playtesting all the other classes?
I mean, I have shown off how the commander works. I have strided. I have done everything I can with the commander. And yeah. And last action, I will. Is this thing already did demoralize fade off? Maybe that's for the last one.
But does the demoralized wear off?
I have no idea.
Oops. I made a stupid mistake.
You know what? You know what? In that
I clicked
case,
something. I clicked something I shouldn't have by accident. That was a mistake.
okay. And then for my last action, I will just gonna tip my hat, aka I end my turn.
Okay.
Tips hat.
So unless
But
for
still,
frightened, it says unless specified otherwise, at the end of each of your turns, the value of your frightened condition decreases by 1. So it would have worn off.
okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I already ended my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's all good.
Random action, Eidolon's gonna move over to really the only spot that he really could get to fight at this thing. And meanwhile, Bastille is going to cast Boost Eidolon on it. And then let's see here. Tandem action, Bastille is going to let's see here. That's only my unarmed. Yeah, I don't think that would go over to it. Let's see here. Yeah, that doesn't increase its damage anyway. So we're just gonna throw a cantrip at this thing.
You got it.
So I'm going to throw a burning shadows at it while the Eidolon makes an attack.
Alrighty.
There is the burning shadows. Does that hit?
That just misses.
Okay, even with it being off guard.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Eidolon's attack.
Unfortunately, the frightened wore off.
With boost Eidolon, that is a +4. I'm gonna use a story point on that.
Yeah, I would expect you would.
Yeah, no, because no one likes a 1.
No one. Do they? Does anyone like a 1? 1 is
If
the
it
loneliest number.
Enemy to have 1s.
I mean,
Listen, if the one leads to something funny happen, absolutely I love ones.
exactly, like it's only really good to see a one when something funny happens because of it.
So instead of 38,
38 is a hit.
fantastic.
Roll your damage.
So 16 lightning damage. And then that is my turn because Burning Shadows cost 2 actions.
Coldra.
Oh, great. These guys are back to back. Lovely. It's now for the future. All right. Same verse as the first. We're gonna first of all try and make some attacks against this guy. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and taunt. I just feel like it's gonna for sure save.
Well, you could certainly try. But you don't need to get over here because it's already here.
Yeah, so the taunt for Guardian gives it a minus for attacking others and a bonus for attacking me. But I think I've got enough reactions to help offset that anyway. First of all, we're just gonna make a strike again with the scythe.
That is hit.
Woo!
Let's go! Get him, demon cyborg thing.
17, and I don't know if I believe persistent damage stacks.
If it's of a type that it already has, it uses the higher of the two.
Okay. And then we're gonna make a second attack. So
Thankfully, I don't have to think about it because it applies it automatically.
Okay. Well, that's not gonna hit.
Thank you, Foundry.
Um,
That is not going to hit. That is a big fat miss.
and third action, we're gonna keep this guy grappled, or at least try to.
Okay, go for it.
Not at at the equivalent of advantage this time. 35.
That works.
Cool. So yeah, I just keep that other head in a headlock to make sure this thing doesn't start trying to fly away or otherwise.
Do not apply the healing. I can just say don't apply healing and just ignore that. Hey.
Hey to who?
So, it's going to use Focused Assault to focus its attacks only on Coldra.
Okay.
Oh no.
We're going to use one of my reactions to raise my shield.
The Hydra manifestation strikes with its fangs. On a successful attack, the Hydra deals damage with it from its fangs strike to the target, plus an additional 1d6 damage for each head it has beyond the first. So 2 heads. Because you grappled 1.
Grappled 1 and 1 was cut off.
Okay, one head. So that hits.
Yeah, that's a critical right there.
That's a critical.
Oh,
My 30 armor
no.
class.
Okay. I rolled the critical. Apply the damage.
Okay.
And then
So 48 doubled.
add the 2 damage there.
Okay. So 48 doubled to 96 plus 2, 98.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's going to be its turn.
Well,
Frederick just applied the. I'll apply the persistent damage.
well, now that my current hit points are at half my maximum or less, I can use an ability. It doesn't require an action; it's just a once per day ability, in which I gain temporary hit points. Oh wait, it does
Have
require
cookie.
2 actions. Okay, so never mind. I'll be using that on my next turn.
Okay. So Frederick is going to just do a simple strike.
And just Frederick von Basberg.
And that's a miss.
Yeah. Oh, the fighter.
And
Oh,
that's a
the fighter
miss.
thing. Oh,
And that's just a miss.
no, you can't. You can't.
Ada.
No, that's upsetting.
Ada.
Oh, Jesus. Alright then, so at the start of my turn, I can release a burst of steam as a free action. Each creature within my kinetic aura that I haven't made safe. So thankfully, both Evelyn and Big Man are safe from this. Need to make a reflex save, or else they take 2d6 fire damage.
32. It succeeds.
Okay. Then I believe nothing happens here. And
Evelyn has to roll it.
oh, right.
She fails.
Well, ain't that kind of fast backwards.
Looks like Cauldra has to roll too.
Notice I designated them with safe elements, so they won't be affected by this, and neither will Evelyn.
Okay. So just the Hydra. And the Hydra gets half.
So I myself am partially confused here. There we go.
Christ. Yeah.
And then let's go for a 2-action melee elemental blast against this thing.
Go for it.
Prepare for the dominate 10A.
Surprised being
Oh.
immobilized doesn't affect reflex saves at all.
Do you want to story point that?
Yeah, I'm gonna story point that.
Only slightly better, but it still hits because of the plus 10 rule.
Huh.
Thank gods for that house rule.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, I forgot that was the rule on this gray rule.
So it takes 17 fire damage.
Nice. And you know what? When in doubt, last action is a 1-action elemental blast. Again, melee.
That's a miss.
And that will be it for me.
Soma? Let's see. What would she do? You know what? She would normally go to heal Cauldra, but I think Cauldra wants to try out a new ability of his, doesn't he?
And hey, if she wants to heal, like I can either save that for later or otherwise.
She'll move up
She would
here
have to
and
get-
she'll heal Ida. Go ahead and use that ability on your next turn.
Okay.
So we're going to roll. There you go. 62 healing to Ida.
Not bad at all.
That's what she would do. That's totally what she would do. Duty.
Okay, time to show off my commander is cool. I'm so looking forward to this class actually being added in. This playtest is making me looking forward to it. Anyways, I will once again do the haha commander thing and use strike hard. And this is I will use it for Frederick.
Strike
Go on
hard.
there. Go on there, Frederick. Strike him.
That was an accident. And
Unfortunate.
you know what? He's going to re-roll with a story point. There. There we go.
Let's go.
So that's 21 damage to the Hydra. And Hydra is down. The creature goes down.
Let's go.
Nice.
We are
Frederick
the
got
best.
the killing blow. Unfortunately, we
All
didn't get to
thanks
see
to-
Caldra's fancy new ability.
I mean, he can still use it.
Go it. Go for it. Do it. I want to
Temporary
see
hit
this.
points last. Basically, what it was going to do is he
Do
gets
it.
temporary hit points equal to half his maximum hit points that last for 1 minute. So
That's
that would mean he
sick.
gets 80 temporary hit points.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Nice.
That is awesome.
I'm gonna sound like a shill 100%, but I am looking so forward when Guardian and Commander actually drops in the main rule books. It's gonna be so fun.
Well, in the
I think-
meantime, you could still use the playtest versions even after the playtest ends.
It didn't come up as much, but I built him with a bunch of reactions in mind. So if you had ever attacked anyone else, I was gonna say no, that's actually to me.
So,
As I said, anything, this actually makes me curious about what their archetypes would be like.
yeah. So, Crystal arrives alongside Dr. Gray. Dr. Gray is mulling. She looks like she's mulling over something. I made several miscalculations. Back to the drawing board, she says. Crystal says, Doc, no more experiments on the ranch. And Dr. Gray says, that's quite all right. I can do them at my grandfather's estate. And Crystal says, if you summon any more void terrors, I'm not sending the hidden archives. So, Lorena just got a stern talking to from Crystal.
You know what? I'm gonna do something stupid where I will be like, "Hey, Doc, I got something for you." It's gonna pull out like the weird, strange goo that the void terror like dissolved into. Got any idea what the heck this thing is?
No, I do not, but I have several tests I can run. Perhaps you can help me.
You do realize this thing almost killed me, but you know what? I like the cut of your jib.
So now Rack gets to be a scientist assistant for a little bit.
It's a quite literal lab rat.
I was hoping no one would get the reference.
Lab rat.
Like, it took me a few seconds to pick up on it, but that is fucking brilliant.
There you go. Lab rat. Alrighty. So, that's the end of that very, very long day. I think everyone is exhausted from all of that. I think everyone now just wants to go back to the ranch and get some sleep. Get some shut-eye.
I was just looking around like, I don't know who people are.
And Crystal
good,
comes up to
oh.
Cauldra and holds out her hand and says, "Thank you for the assistance."
Very carefully shakes her hand since his own hand would like fully encompass like her forearm. Now I have to make a decision.
Right, it's just gonna look
And
at Cauldron
as she shakes your hand, your hand kind of gives off this kind of coldness to it. And as she looks into your eyes, huh. You know, this is the first time I have ever met a Gola who would be an ally.
He says that just out loud.
Yeah.
I think he
No, isn't that
immediately
a-
goes into a defensive position, like looking at her and looking around to see if anyone's ready to attack him.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on there, fella. Hold on there. Rad's just gonna tink, tink, tink at like
I mean,
at the basically the base of his foot.
I mean no harm to you because you just helped us. You just saved the city, frankly.
Yeah.
The
You did
amount
a
of
lot of
damage
grand
that
work.
thing would have, that creature would have done to the city is immense. It's already done a ton of damage to the city. Don't worry, I'm going to be sending the bill to Lorena.
I would appreciate my origins not announced in the future.
That is understandable. In the meantime, might I offer you safe haven within the Wayfinder Society? And perhaps with the Hidden Archives. They actually hold ownership over a ranch down in southern Almana. There is a teleporter in the basement here that can get you there directly.
How big is the door?
It's big enough for an Ihana to get through, so big enough for you.
Okay. Just immediate glance of, can I fit?
The
So-
only reason I would accept is if I can get help in my search for an individual.
Oh?
Certainly. Who are you searching for?
That will be discussed in more private settings.
Very well. We can discuss it in my office. And as you all make your way back into the Wayfinder Tower, along with Cauldra, you manage to pass by Kwoi and Ira. And as Kwoi glances up at you, Cauldra, she says, "You have a coldness about you, but a warm heart."
I
And
think he just kind of stares at her because he's not really sure what to say at that, which is very menacing from an outsider's perspective. Like, it probably looks like he's about to kill her, even though he's fully not.
And she gives him a flower.
That's sweet.
He probably has to, like, tuck it, like, into, like, one of the armor plates, because if he grabs it, it will just be gone. It will be crushed.
Yeah. She does that. She does that. And as she does that, Iris says, She does that. It's the way she greets people.
He will sort of silently like reach for his shield on his back and show it to her in turn because it's a sapling shield. So not saying anything, but figures she might appreciate the type of shield it is and the vine whip that he's got at his side.
She says, you have a warmness towards nature.
I found it useful.
Nature will protect you as long as you protect it. So,
Sort of nods.
So, as you head upstairs, you follow Crystal upstairs, where you can discuss this matter of who you are searching for. As you get into Crystal's office, she goes over to her desk and she asks, okay, so who is it you are searching for?
Does she have a name? You brought this on yourself, DM.
Give me a moment.
Or do you want to stop there and give yourself a week to figure it out?
I think you mean more like give them
There you go.
2 weeks
Ah,
to figure it out.
yes.
Probably more, because they can't even make it.
Oops. Oops. I sent it to the wrong person.
Someone just get an unrelated message.
Yeah, my best friend did.
Oh no.
The name you would be able to pronounce would be Gradara.
Crodara. Who is she?
Someone important.
All right. I shall do what I can to help you find this person. And meanwhile, you can have safe haven here at the Wayfinder Tower and at Pox Hollow Ranch.
A question, is their office door big enough for him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just
She has.
wondering if he's
They
left a
have to account for an
goalless-shaped hole anywhere.
Ayahana, so.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Such is appreciated. If you try to kill me in my sleep, I will not hesitate to kill you.
Duly noted. So raw. Very much so. So, that is where I'm going to end today's session.
Oh.
Would we pick up next time? will finally be heading to Olympus. Dr. Gray will be coming with you. And she has been prohibited by Crystal to conduct any more experiments on the trip.
For that you know of.
There was a very real world where I went the comedic route for Coulter's name, but I decided against, for not Coulter's name, but his voice, but I decided against it.
So, we will be back in 2 weeks on the 27th. So, tune in next time on the 27th, where finally our party will finally be heading to Olympus. Finally.
And then all of a sudden we get accosted by random people. We have to go on a wild goose chase again.
They'll be heading to Olympus a couple of weeks early. A couple of weeks early. So, tune in next time, and bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Boom.